Welcome, curious minds, to a journey through the fascinating world of experimental design. In the quest for scientific discovery, two powerful methodologies stand out: blocking factor experiment and factorial experiments. Let's unravel their secrets and explore how they shape the landscape of research.
Experimental method is a way of isolating what is causing something to happen. Here's a simple example of isolating a cause. You notice that your car is making a squeaking noise when it's running. You walk around the car and listen for where your sound is coming from. You notice that one of the parts is wiggling around. By listening to locate the source of the sound, you used your auditory perception, and you've confirmed it with visual perception. So you hold it in place and the squeaking stops. You let it go and the squeaking continues. After repeating this action, you can conclude that the wiggling part is the cause of the sound. Tighten up that part, and you now have a quiet car. First you observed the squeaking sound, then you described it by pinpointing its location. Then you made a prediction, or you hypothesized, that the wiggling part may be related to the squeaking sound. Then you tested your hypothesis by stopping the wiggling part and observing the sound stop. You repeated the test and compared the non-wiggling and wiggling conditions, or the control and experimental conditions. Then you came to a conclusion: the wiggling of the part is causing the squeaking noise, and you acted, tightening the mechanism to keep it from wiggling, and you fixed the problem. Science at its most basic. Now, let's look at an example from the psychology field. A group of neuroscientists observed that people with traumatic brain injury, which is severe brain damage caused by physical accidents, have difficulty recognizing facial emotions very well. They formed a hypothesis that TBI leads to impaired recognition of emotion in faces. Their solution was to create a group exactly equal to the TBI group in every way except having TBI. Same gender, sociocultural, and age characteristics, just not brain damaged. Then they tested each group by showing them pictures of faces and asked them to identify the emotions in the pictures. They found that the TBI group did in fact recognize fewer emotions accurately, an average of 15 out of 20, compared with the control group's 18. They concluded that TBI does cause impairments in recognizing facial emotion. Just remember, the experimental method is designed to determine the cause of something by isolating the hypothesized causes and comparing their controlled results.
First on our scientific expedition are blocking factor experiments. Imagine strategically grouping experimental units to minimize variability, and that's the essence of blocking. Take a look at how this method provides precision in the face of known sources of variation, especially in fields like agriculture. Now, let's dive into the dynamic world of factorial experiments. Here, we manipulate multiple factors simultaneously to unravel their individual and interactive effects. From medicine to engineering, the versatility of factorial experiments knows no bound. Explore real-world case studies and engaging infographics to grasp the depth of this experimental approach. As we journey deeper, let's weigh the advantages and disadvantages of each methodology. Blocking factors bring precision while factorial experiments uncover complex relationships. As we conclude our exploration, remember that the synergy of these methodologies propels scientific inquiry to new heights. Your curiosity is the catalyst for discovery. Dive deeper, ask questions, and let the journey of exploration continue. Thank you for joining us on this scientific adventure. Until next time, stay curious and keep pushing the boundaries of understanding. Thank you.
Macam mana ni? Hai Sherry. Sherry tengok apa tu? Nampak macam stres saja. Saya tengok Koko sebab saya kena memang tengah stres pun sekarang ni sebab saya kena buat kerja kursus eksperimen pembesaran Koko. Saya tak tahu kaedah apa yang saya nak kena guna, and then prosedur pun saya tak tahu.
Situasi Sherry macam mana? Mana tu saya boleh bantu Sherry?
Okay, ni situasi dia saya baca tau. Okay, 3 different watering frequency are being compared to study their plant growth. only 3 types of watering frequency can be run in a week, because weeks could represent a potential source of variability. The experimenter decides to use a randomized block design. Observations are taken for 4 weeks. Itulah saya punya situasi. Saya tak tahu macam mana nak buat.
Oh, macam tu situasi Sherry. Saya rasa saya boleh bantu Sherry.
Wah, iya ke? Thank you, Vi. Apa yang Vi boleh bantu saya? Macam mana tu? Vi, duduklah dulu. Main duduk sini.
Berdasarkan situasi yang Sherry cakap tadi, eksperimen ni ikut prosedur RCBD.
RCBD? RCBD tu apa?
RCBD ni, setiap blok tu perlu ada treatment.
Oh, faham.
Okay, so mula-mula kita kena tetapkan tajuk untuk eksperimen kita, and then kita perlu determine factor, level dan treatment dulu.
Oh, untuk buat eksperimen ni?
Ya, betul.
Okay. Vi, so boleh tak Sherry tahu apa faktor, apa level dan apa treatment yang kita nak guna dalam situasi eksperimen kita ni, eksperimen Sherry ni?
Okay, boleh. First kan tajuk kan. Saya cadangkan Sherry untuk tajuk effect of different watering frequency on plant growth. Okay, bagi factor pula saya cadangkan Sherry untuk ambil watering frequency. And then treatment ada 3, iaitu daily watering 3 times per week and then 1 times per week. Untuk level yang sesuai ialah each watering frequency apply to each level plot within each block.
Oh, okay. Menariklah idea V ni.
Okay, lepas tu kita kena rancang tau prosedur pengumpulan data.
Prosedur pengumpulan data? Macam mana pula tu? Saya tak tahulah, V.
Tak apa, saya ada idea yang menarik. Apa kata kita cipta lagu untuk senang ingat dan senang Sherry faham?
Lagu? Macam menarik je. Jom.
Okay, jom.
Ya. First thing we need to understand is the situation. The second one is determine the title. Next, figure out the factor, level and treatment. Data collection procedure is important. The next step is data analysis. In the data analysis, there are hypotheses, calculation, annual table, and last but not least, the conclusion. Wow, macam best lah lagu ni. Mesti saya senang ingat ni. Thank you, V.
Okay, sama-sama.
Hi everyone, hope you all had a good rest and we will continue with the last session of our online webinar today. Since everyone might be clear about all these terms and types of risk factors, how to overcome them, how to do costing, how to build up a small structure for these organic crops and so on, participants are welcome to ask questions and receive assistance from our presenters at the end of the session. Also, I would like to remind again that the recording of this webinar will be shared on Google Drive in Telegram groups, allowing participants to access through that platform and also ask anything regarding this and clear out your doubts at any time. However, the webinar is strictly prohibited from sharing the video or notes with anyone else, ensuring ethical behavior. The last presenter has joined already and the discussion will be passed on to Ms. Uma for further information.
Hi everyone. Thank you, Ms. Nisha. Great to meet you all today for a better tomorrow. Let me introduce myself. I'm Uma Mageswari Damnesan. Will be your presenter today. So I'm so grateful and happy to support such people who are interested in earning money through organic crops and promoting a healthy lifestyle. Starting a small business requires hard work and self-improvement of an individual to become a successful entrepreneur. To succeed, individuals must play multiple roles. Before this, as a presented those, such as accountants for costing, architects or engineer for building structures, and finance manager for assessing risk factors. So there, once again, we need a different role as statisticians too. Okay, next slide please. To optimize the yield of mushroom, we have some specific factors such as temperature, pH value, light, humidity, carbon dioxide, moisture and oxygen. We should collect all of these data from starting to understand and study how we could produce more mushroom yield or any other organic crops. So I'll show one example that I have carried out by myself based on two factors, which is humidity and temperature. Okay, so from this I have applied two-factor factorial design model for the statistic. So these are the data that have been collected as shown. From here we can see three levels of humidity, which is 40%, 60% and 80%, and also three levels of temperature, 15 degree, 25 degree and 35 degree. So simply I'll explain as low, medium and high term lah. So we can see the data output based on kilogram of mushroom yield that have been produced. Next slide please. So from this I just want to extract the average of the mushroom yield. So here we can see that we have 9 terms or 9 events that occurred. First one is low humidity with low temperature. Second, low humidity with medium temperature. Third, low humidity with high temperature. Followed with the medium humidity, low temperature, medium humidity, medium temperature, medium humidity, high temperature, and lastly high humidity with low temperature, high humidity with medium temperature, and also high humidity with high temperature. So from this interaction we can bring out output that we can understand as mushroom yield we need high humidity and medium temperature to produce high mushroom crops and increase our profit as well. So we can see that based on the events occur, high humidity and medium temperature, which is 80% and 25 degrees Celsius of temperature, we can get the average of 3.3 kg. Okay, so that shows that we can find that it increases the yield. So to carry out more experiment with all other factors and interaction too. So by focusing on thoughtful ideas and overcoming obstacles, individuals can achieve success in their entrepreneurial journey. So yeah, that's all for myself. I've shared some knowledge what I have learned through as a statistician. So all the best to everyone and thank you for having me here. Organic Crops Lifestyle.